Hey, okay. Hi everybody. Let's get some theme music.
I don't know. I'd say I'm reasonable.
Okay, that's completely unreasonable.
You have no idea just how reasonable I am. Reasonable synonyms are sensible, rational, practical, fair,
Appropriate, fitting, suitable, logical.
all things I would definitely say describe me.
Do they describe you?
Welcome to Unreasonable with Zainab Johnson.
I'm reasonable.
What's up, everybody? I haven't heard that. It feels like I have not heard my I'm Reasonable intro music in a minute. I'm gonna just play it again. Because I feel like I have not heard it in a minute. And I don't know why.
I don't know. I'd say I'm reasonable.
Okay, that's completely unreasonable.
You have no idea just how reasonable I am. Reasonable synonyms are sensible, rational, practical, fair, appropriate.
Fitting, suitable, logical.
All things I would definitely say describe me.
Do they describe you?
Welcome to Unreasonable with Zainab Johnson.
I'm reasonable.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Hello. Welcome to I'm Reasonable Weekend Live. I was traveling today back from Baltimore, Maryland. I was on a 6:15 a.m. flight. And I got back. The flight took off on time. The person next to me was smelling funky, but that's okay. That's okay. I just had to sit there for like 6 hours. I couldn't really fall asleep. It was freezing too. It was freezing on that United flight. Even the flight attendant came and apologized. She was like, I know it's cold. I'm so sorry. I had on a sweatshirt, a jacket. She had to bring me multiple covers. She had to bring me multiple blankets. I was like, yeah, she was like, I know, I'm so sorry. But then part of me was like, well, she was like, we're trying to turn it down. But part of me was like, the way he's smelling right here, we probably need the cold air. The way old boy over here ain't smelling right for it to be 6:15 in the morning. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, everybody who came out to my shows this past weekend in Baltimore. Who came to my shows in Kansas City the week before that. Is that where I was? Yeah, thank you. Next weekend, I will be in Tampa, Florida. I'm headlining Tampa, Florida for the first time, the Funny Bone in Tampa, Florida, June 27th and 28th, Friday and Saturday, okay? Now, we only have one of our moderators here today. We only have Shaneria K, so she's going to be holding it down. Shout out to Shaneria K. Thank you so much. Still I Rise is currently driving. She's with us, but she can't, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got access to the keyboard because we prefer people to be safe drivers. Okay? But let's see who's in here. Mrs. Hicks, hello. You had an opportunity to take a picture with me first on the Saturday show. Yes, girl. Thank you so much for coming out. That Saturday show, okay. So if you guys don't know this, when comedians perform, let me not talk about comedians, let me talk about me. When I'm performing for a weekend, I do have favorite shows. I never know what show it's gonna be. When people be hitting me up in my DM like, what show? I'm trying to figure out what's the best show to come to. I have no idea because I have no idea what's gonna be the best show. Of course, I love everybody that comes out to see me. I appreciate everybody that comes out to see me. But there's certain shows where I just be on 10, the audience be on 10. It just, like, you know what I'm saying? It just like so in Baltimore, those particular shows were the Thursday night show and the Saturday early show. That Saturday, let me tell you, that Saturday early show felt so good. In my mind, I said, this should have been the special. This should have been the special. So, Mrs. Hicks, thank you. Thank you for attending that show. And thanks for snagging a pic with me after. LP Spider Ma'am. What's up? Melanated Bookworm. Hi, Marcus Robson. Your favorite. Thank you so much for tuning in. What's up, Olivia Jones? Oh, everybody that came to the New York show. Everybody, there was Reasons at the new. I know we going from Reasons to Zanies to who are we? The Z Nation. We all of it. Okay. Thank you so much for coming to that New York show where we told the story of the hike. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know who had more fun, us or the audience. I mean, that was so much fun. If you missed it, I am so sorry. That's like top 5 of my year so far. No lie. But you have to understand how funny the other women are too to know what you missed, you know? Simone J, what's up? Did I say hi? I said hi to Olivia. Simone J, let's see. Perry Drake, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had to take the weave out. I probably put it back in, but y'all know I hate doing my own hair. Plus, I'm in hair grow mode, you know? I'm in hair grow mode, and I realized I almost set myself up. I told myself last time I had goddess boho braids, I told myself last time I had them, I was like, you're never getting these again. It's too much upkeep. Your hair be matted because you don't be waking up every morning spray bottling the braids and combing through the braids. So as much as why did I scream like that? As much as boho braids be looking nice, that is not your look, right? So the braider comes to my house. He starts one braid, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get boho, but I'm going to get large boho. Like, give me some large braids, but just put, like, some boho in it, right? Some human hair boho. He started that one braid. I was like, let me see. And then he showed me. I said, I was reminded. Thank God. Thank Allah. I was reminded. Girl, you said you was never getting boho braids again. I said, yeah, no, please take this out. No. He was like, but it's gonna look so not. No, please take it out. So thank you. I think now anytime I get braids, I'm gonna just get some large knotless. Like that's it. Cause the purpose is just for me to not have to do my hair. That's the only purpose. And when I be putting it up, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy and simple. It's so easy and you know what I'm saying? It ain't no tension on my actual head. Y'all see them great? Yo. It ain't no tension on my actual head. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this about to be the only, I want to get cornrows. No, that be taking a toll on my hairline. I can't. And I got one of them hairlines that be growing back. Now, you know what I'm saying? Be growing back nice, but no, I'm not risking it no more. So thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Siobhan Wright. Wait, you unreasonably mad today. Wait, what? What happened? What happened? I don't get it, Siobhan. What? We unreasonably mad today. Only thing saving it is the bop and the show on Friday. Wait, why you mad? Delayla Watson. Hello. I feel like this is my first time seeing this name. Not that you've not been here, but I mean, this is my first time saying Delayla out my mouth. But yes, look at you. You say you caught a live on the way to Chicago Pride Fest. It's still Pride Month. Happy Pride to all of my LGBTQIA zins in the building. You see, I even shorten reasons in the building to either watch live or watch the podcast on Wednesday or watch the rewatch live. All of that. Thank you. Come out to my shows. Thank you. Cameron O, happy Sunday to you too. Bankroll Fenzi, what is up? Oh, it is evening for you. Right now it's the afternoon. The sun is bright. It's bright outside my office window. Momi. Thank you. Marcus Robson. Oh, you know what? Just so y'all know, it's very warm in Los Angeles. It's actually not cold. But I'm a person that runs on, like what I love about Los Angeles is, okay, so I was in Baltimore. It was very hot in Baltimore this weekend. It was hot in New York too. But here's the thing, it's very muggy on the East Coast. It's a lot of humidity in the air. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very muggy. Very muggy, okay? California is dry. It's very dry. Los Angeles is very dry. So as much as it's like when I got off the plane this morning, it felt so good because the sun was shining so bright. It was warm, but there was still like a crisp in the air. Like, it got to be so hot for you to be in LA and be out and about and be sweating. Unless you're just a big sweater. But for you to be like walking around sweating in LA because of the temperature got to be like 90, 100 degrees, because it ain't no moisture in the air. It's no humidity. That's the difference. But I'm a person, I run cold. When everybody else is hot, I'm still cold. And so when I'm tired and when I need comfort, part of that is me feeling warm. That's why I have on this sweatshirt. But it's the temperature does not call for this sweatshirt, just FYI. Oh, is Sadaka in the building? Oh, we got another moderator. Hey. I met Sadaka in person. Sadaka was at the New York show. Looking beautiful. Hey, Sadaka. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, girl, hey. Let's see, Miss Josie. Hello, hello, hello. In the reasons. Okay, you spell the reasons with an O-N-S. Okay. This like Muhammad. You know how Muhammad be spelled with a U, it would be spelled with an A, it would be spelled with an O, it would be spelled with an E. Kia, the curator. Hey. Brent Trivial, thank you so much for tuning in. Nadir Mateen, assalamu alaikum. Wadiz, hello. Okay, I see we were moving people. Sean Anthony, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Ooh, Mississippi. You know my family from Mississippi, like my great family, like not my ancestors are from Mississippi, but I've never been to Mississippi. Jeffrey Shelton, are you an artist? Shut your ass up. Cam, everybody that's been at the shows purchasing my hijabs off vinyls. Thank you so much. And every time I sign it, people be like, oh my God, you doing a personal message. I'm like, yeah, I be having conversations with y'all and I'll be putting whatever we have in the conversation, you know what I'm saying, in the, on the vinyl. Like, I ain't about to just sign everybody like, thank you. That's whack. No. Season 4 upload dropping in October. Shaneria, where you get that? You got information? Okay, now we got to get into the episode. Because, girl, you got information that I ain't even got. Who told you it drops in October? What? Child from God, are you really watching from Iran? Ozzy, when am I coming back to Minnesota? I don't know, but not this year, though. Tyler Moore, what's up? Definitely not this. I don't believe this year. I believe my schedule is locked at this point for 2025, my touring schedule. So, The Sharp Adventures, thank you so much. And, okay, let's get into this. Before we get into the episode, I think that I am going to go back to, just filming the episodes. I'm not going to do live on Wednesdays no more. Last week, I realized, the reason why it's better not to go live, not to have a set date going live, especially on the weekdays, is because my schedule changes so much. And so people was at the show in New York City, because obviously the show in New York City was Wednesday night. And so the reasons it was at the show in New York City was like, so what, you leaving here and you about to go do the podcast, right? And I was like, no, I'm not about to go do the podcast. I'm about to go over to this restaurant and hang out with my friends and have a good time. I'm done working. So, and I realized even when I do the live on Wednesdays, I be on too long. So I'm going to drop that Wednesday episode down. I'm going to give it to y'all Wednesday morning like I was doing before when I first started. I'm going to give it to y'all every Wednesday morning pre-taped. And I'm going to try to keep it to 30 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to try. In order for me to sustain it, in order for me to keep showing up for y'all. Last week, I taped the whole episode. We actually going to talk about what I taped. I taped the whole episode and didn't put it out. Just so y'all know. Because I knew I was coming to New York. I knew I wasn't going to be able to go live. I taped the whole episode. But I ain't feel like talking that day. So I came off very unreasonable. Everything. I started the episode like, yo, I don't even feel like talking. Ain't nothing in it. I don't feel like talking. So the whole episode, I'm just talking to myself, sounding very unreasonable. And the whole episode was about that video. Y'all seen that video of the girl in the Uber? She was arguing with the Uber driver because he wasn't following the GPS. Did y'all see that video? With a girl, my upload hairstylist actually sent it to me. And she was like, you should talk about this on Unreasonable. And I was like, my take is so unreasonable. I cannot talk about this in the public because my take is so unreasonable. So, yes, Shaneria, I'm so sorry. I did say 30 minutes. Yes, we got to keep it tight. We have to keep it tight. Remember, until oh, you didn't see the video? I'll show y'all the video. First, let's real quick get into this. Let's real quick get into what's happening in the United States. What's happening in the world, y'all. So Saturday night, I was on stage. I did a show. I did a 7 o'clock show and a 9:30 p.m. show. Like I said, that 7 p.m. show was rocking. We on 10. Like we in sync. It's so beautiful when the audience and the performer is just in sync. We in sync. We rocking out. After the show, I get off stage and obviously I do a meet and greet, right? This is something y'all should know about me. This woman came up to me. I can't think of her name right now. She was so lovely. She said, I love you so much. She said, every day, every time I watch anything you do, I pray for all of your success. She said, like, I want you to be so big. She said, I want you to be the biggest thing in the world, right? She said, but there's a secret part of me that don't want you to be that big because I never want to lose the access that you given us to you. She said, the way you just be standing here talking to us after the show, the way you let us hug you and touch you and take up all your time. She said, part of me don't want to lose that. So part of me, she was like, a small part of me just be like, I want her to be so big and so successful, but I don't want her to not be able to do this with us, right? So here's the thing. Y'all know, as much as it don't matter what type of merch I'm selling, right? Right now I'm selling my hijabs off vinyls, right? Thank you everybody who purchases them at the show. The reason why I'm not making them available online or shipping them is because vinyls are very hard to ship. I don't want y'all to be out here paying more for shipping than the vinyl actually costs, right? Anywho, so I'm, but in order to talk to me, hug me, fellowship with me, meet me, take pictures with me, it's not required to purchase something. Not at this point. It's just not, right? I don't make people feel awkward about it. I just be standing next to the table and then I'd be like, what you want? You want a picture? And they'd be like, yeah, can we just get a picture? Of course, you already did the thing I needed you to do, which was come to the show, So, and I appreciate everybody. I'd be like, the vinyl cost this, and then y'all be giving me double the price. I'd be like, no. I said, the vinyl cost this. And they'd be like, no. You deserve hundreds and thousands and millions and trillions of dollars. So I appreciate y'all. So somebody, one of my wonderful supporters came to me after the show, after the 7 p.m. show, and was like, yeah, I was going to say it while you was on stage, but I didn't know how it was going to affect the show. But we really did want you to know while you was up there, the U.S. did strike Iran's nuclear sites. And I said, what? And they was like, yeah, it happened while you were on stage. No, they was like, yeah, I don't know when it happened, but Trump posted on social media that that he, approved the strike, and it happened while you was on stage, and we didn't know if we should say it or not. And so I was like, I'm glad they ain't say it though, because we was in the groove on that Friday. I'm so glad they read the room. I'm so glad that they read the room, because it would have turned into me trying to figure out what was happening. And not that it affects us directly in that moment, but I would have been like, what? I would have wanted information, and that would have pulled me away from the set that I was doing, right? So then after I do the meet and greet or whatever, I go back into the green room and I start, searching online. to see like what happened. And Trump did make a post. It was a weird post. I'll be very honest with you. That post was very weird. He said he was talking about how great of our military, you know, just the shit he do. You know, he say we the best of the best of the best. He say everything he do is good, you know, like, yeah, we had a meeting. It was the best meeting ever. We bombed that country. It was the best bombing ever. We the best bombers of all the bombers that will ever bomb. We are the best. Y'all know how he talk. But it was so weird for him to say that, yes, we sent these strikes to Iran's nuclear sites. And then right after that, he was like, and now's the time for peace. It was the most oxymoronic message. I was like, wait, what? You don't just attack a country's, you know, nuclear defense and then be like, and stop. It's like the simplest way, and I don't have all the information or truly understand like war. I'm gonna be very honest with you. War to me is like traffic. I don't get it. Y'all ever be in traffic and be like, okay, so we on the highway. So there's no stop signs. There's no red light, green light, yellow light. There's only go, but for some reason we standing still. So is it just that there's too many cars on a road? But how is it too many cars on a road if everybody is just moving forward? So no, maybe there's a car accident. And then you realize there's a car accident. Sometimes I be sounding like the lady who was a fan at my show. Like, it better be a car accident, but then you like, damn, I don't want nobody. Because you trying to understand the traffic, but then you like, damn, I don't want nobody to be hurt just so that this can make sense to me. That's how war is to me. I be like, wait, what's happening? Why is this happening? It just never, ever, you know, it just don't make sense to me. Now, I'm not saying, I have never been in the military. I have never been in a position of, you know, any sort of like official position. I'm sure I don't have all the information. I think that it is very ironic. I think it's very ironic that when Tucker Carlson, who somebody told me at the show, and I took offense to this, you know who you are. She said, oh yeah, and you up there referencing Tucker. You know something about Tucker Carlson. You a closeted Republican. I said, what? No, ma'am. I am slightly informed on what is happening in the world. Slightly informed on what is happening in the world. But it was like going viral. You know, everybody was talking about how Tucker Carlson was like, you know, trying to make Ted Cruz look stupid because he ain't know nothing about Iran, right? He was like asking him all these questions, like, do you know this about Iran? Do you know that about Iran? And Ted Cruz was like, I don't know nothing about Iran. he was sounding like a Trick Daddy song, right? I know none, yo, you know none, Now he was sounding like the baddest bee. You don't know none, You don't know nothing about Iran. You don't know nothing. Right? And so, y'all see how bad my nails look? Again, just like my nails are in distress. Look at my nails. In distress from wearing gels for so long. And I look at my hands and I say, because now they have to heal. My nails have to just fully grow out, right? Just new nails have to heal. And they just breaking, right? And I look at my hands right now and I say, you can never get gels again. You can never put any false. You can never. This is why I'm about to. I know that when women cover up, when Muslim women go, that when all the stuff that they do is halal, it's really because of you know the Quran. It's because what's in the Quran. But also when I be looking at my life, I be like, but also too, see if I was wearing halal nails. If I wasn't putting no paint or no gels on my nails, and this ain't no judgment for people who be doing their nails all types of way. But for me, if I was just wearing halal nails, my nails wouldn't be messed up right now. If I was just being halal with my nails, my nails wouldn't be going through the trauma that they're going through right now. Anyway, what was I talking about? You don't know that. So Tucker Carlson was like, you don't know the population. Like, it's crazy that you don't know nothing about Iran, and you talking about a strike on Iran. Like, you talking about overthrowing their government, their country, and you don't know nothing about their country. That's what you know what I'm saying? And then this is what I found ironic. And then Ted Cruz has slipped. He has slipped and said, "Oh yeah, well we about to attack them." And Tucker Carlson was like, "Wait, what? Oh, well, you're breaking news. Are you sure you're about to? Because you're breaking news on my show right now. You're giving us an exclusive. Because as far as we knew, the United States said that's not our problem. We not in that. As far as up until this moment that you broke this news, the United States is saying that no, that's Israel. They doing that. We not a part of that. We ain't got nothing to do with that." And then Ted Cruz started backtracking. So how ironic, the next day, again, I don't know a lot about it. I do know I am not interested in World War III. However, I've been seeing a lot of people say like obviously people are going to have a problem with this. And I do think the other thing that's ironic is that, you know, our president, he does talk about like we moving away from war. We trying to be the best that we could be, but like everything so far has been pretty negative. That's just like the truth. Everything has been like pretty negative. Like I don't know if it's because we're seeing more, if people are publicizing more, if it's all just lies. Like I don't know, but there's so much violence happening. There's so much domestic terrorism. There's so much domestic terrorism. And then in the world, it seemed like, oh shit. It seemed like before he was saying, remember when he was sitting down with Zelensky? He was like, don't worry. Zelensky tried to he said, don't worry. I'm going to sit with all of these people. These people respect me. They didn't respect Biden. They didn't respect Obama. They didn't respect none of them other people before me. I'm the best of the best. And I'm going to sit down with them and I'm going to tell them stop doing what they're doing. I'm going to tell them that it's the best interest of their country to not do what they're doing. Ain't nobody paying him no mind. That's what he was saying. And Zelensky tried to tell him. And again, I always have to say this. I ain't with Zelensky. But you know, Zelensky was like, I know you saying that. But you don't understand. He don't be listening. He do what he want. He be signing the paper to say he not going to do nothing. And then he do what he want. So I know that's what's happening. It's a bunch of domestic terrorists. It's a bunch of division. A bunch of people arguing over stupid shit. A bunch of people in fear. A bunch of people not being able to afford stuff. A bunch of people talk about, I voted for Donald Trump. Now he deported my husband. A bunch of this. Somebody just went into a church and shot it up, right? I saw something on TikTok. The people was at some function and a guy got on stage and the crowd immediately ran because he had stopped that he wasn't like a guest or a performer at the event. He just got up on stage and then out of nowhere started reaching in his book bag, and then the whole auditorium just started running, and somebody on the mic was like, run. It just seemed like it's all bad. And so people, I think that it's kind of like, the word is not redundant and the word is not stupid. I just think it's nonsensical when like people's complaint, especially other political like leaders, whether you're like a congressperson, a senator, a former, president or vice president, whatever. I just think at this point, it is nonsensical to say something is unconstitutional. Because it ain't been constitutional since the inauguration, right? So to be like, he's not supposed to do this, it's unconstitutional, every single thing that's been done. That's why I was trying to tell people, when I was in Toronto and everybody was like, I want you to do jokes about this. First of all, I don't like when people tell me to do jokes about stuff. Cause it's like I'm not an avatar. You know what I'm saying? I get that it's like positive. I get that you're like, I just want to hear your POV on this. I get that. But when you say, I wish you would have talked about that, like I'm not an avatar. I'm not an avatar. You can't, this is not, maybe one day I'll come out with like a comedy video game. And then you could create like the Zaynab comedian. And then you could just formulate the jokes you want to hear told by me. You could probably put that in ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT, tell me a joke that Zaynab Johnson would write about the nuclear strikes. You know what I'm saying? Or tell me a joke that Zaynab Johnson would write about Donald Trump. Or tell me a joke that Zaynab Johnson would write about, Palestine. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you could put that in ChatGPT. But I was telling people, for real, I was like, I can't really say now. I can't really be out here talking about him because I still got to get back in the country. Again, I'm leaving the country in a month, right? I'm like, I can't really be out here appeasing y'all for entertainment. And then when I'm at the border, like, help, help. Where's my reasons? Do you get what I'm saying? I have to get back in the country. And people kept saying to me at the shows, no, come on, you have a U.S. passport. You were born in the United States. That would be unconstitutional. They're actively working right now to get that constitution the fuck up out of here. The fuck up out of here. So you can't be like, you can't, the Constitution, the one thing, because I'm trying to think, like, obviously, like, one of the worst possible scenarios is, like, I can't even imagine a world war, but here's what I have to tell myself sometimes. Generations, right? Our grandparents lived through a world war, right? This is a part of the human experience. And y'all know me. Y'all know Reasonable Z. Y'all know Optimistic Z. Y'all know I want the best. I want it to be smooth. I want it to be peaceful. I want it to be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know that's me. That's me. Like, no, can we all just get along? Can't we all aren't there enough resources on this earth for everybody to be okay? And if everybody is just reasonable and everybody's just reasonable with everybody around them, then this would be a better place. That's me. But wars happen. And wars happen throughout history. And who knows how it felt when you in it? But it's like we read about, you know what I'm saying? And so we might be a part of that. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy that I'm not of the age to be like, if a draft ever came back. Remember Trump said, though, he wasn't doing no draft. Didn't he say he wasn't doing no draft? Or maybe he said he was doing a draft. I can't remember. The other complaint that people had, which I think is nonsensical too, and this probably sounds like I'm a Trump sympathizer. But this shows y'all how reasonable I am, that I give objective opinions. Even when I don't like a person, even when that's not the person I support, I still can be very objective, right? Even when all the shit they do is wild. So many people was like, and our president is he's so stupid. And then, of course, he announces it on social media. That's how unprofessional he is. He announces it on social media. And like at first when I saw that, I was like, yeah, idiot, announcing it on social media. But then I'm like, well, wasn't nobody at my show watching the news? All of the stuff that I found, we cannot be mad at the time that we live in. And right now, the time that we live in is people go to social media first. People go to social media first. That's the reason why people buy ad space on social media. That's the reason why news. If social media wasn't a thing, ABC, NBC, BBC, NPR, they would not have websites. They would not have handles. They would not have YouTube pages. So it's like, that's where the people are, social media. More people are getting their information from social media than actual actual traditional news sources. If we had to wait, imagine if we still in a time where we had to wait for this shit to be in a newspaper. That means he'd have had the strikes on Iran's nuclear sites, and we wouldn't have found out till Monday, Tuesday morning. So if it happens, it's like right now, it's like, is it the chicken or the egg, really? If he posted on social media, first of all, you rather he posted on social media. Let me tell you why. Instead, because like, a lot of people in the government, especially Democrats, I'm going to just say this. While they are much smarter, they too traditional. They too traditional. They be reliant on the tradition of shit. Oh, you should have did this in a press conference. It don't change the information. It don't change the information. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if he in front of a fucking podium that got the United States fucking seal on it, or if it's a post on Truth Social. Either way, it's going to be reported on ABC News, NBC News, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, BBC, the Young Turks. It's going to be reported. Also, then they decided to do a press conference with him, JD Vance, the three musketeers. The three stooges is what they should be called. Because the way they didn't even know, the way Pete Hegseth, whatever his name is, Marco Rubio and JD Vance ain't nowhere to stand. I said, just go back on social media. Go back, post it on Truth Social, because the way y'all don't even know how to stand. The way y'all already got the camera going, the way y'all walked up like this was... Why didn't y'all plan out? Why don't y'all know where y'all standing? So I just think sometimes it's like we focus on the wrong thing. Don't focus on the wrong thing. What we need to be focusing on is now that we have, the Trump call for that we had those strikes against it. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna go. How long I've been up here? Oh, 30-something minutes. Oh, not too long. Okay, 30-something minutes. So this is another thing, and maybe y'all can help me, because y'all know this is why I like the live. Sometimes y'all give me the information I need. I really don't know why they help me out. This might sound so ignorant. Forgive me. Why they so worried about Iran? Iran ain't got that many nuclear weapons. I was looking at because my friend Will Sylvans, he posted all of the countries with nuclear weapons. Let me tell y'all, I did not know Pakistan had so many nuclear weapons. But of course, the United States has damn near the most. And guess who right around us? China got a little bit less than us. And guess who got more than us? The Ops, Russia. And guess who are typically allies with Iran? China and Russia. And they the only ones that are rivaling us in terms of nuclear power. So I don't understand why we wouldn't have to, I don't understand it really. And like, that's the thing for me. I don't care whether you say it in a press conference or on you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you stand in front of the White House or in a corridor on, you know what I'm saying? In Washington, D.C., or if you say it on Truth Social, I don't care where you say it. They're not really telling us why. I don't really understand why. Tell me why. Right? Somebody cue Backstreet Boys. Tell me why. Yeah, I just don't understand. It just feel real like bully-esque. You know what I'm saying? it just, I don't know. That's why I'm saying I don't understand. Like, it must be something that I don't know. And I'm trying to do the research. And even the news, because the news be having on like experts and political pundits. And it really be people just arguing their opinion. It don't really be. I think the only factual information that I got from watching the news today about this was that there is something called, which I was not aware of in Iran. It is called the, what is it? The Strait of Hormuz or something like that. It's spelled with an H, but it sounds like they saying it with a V. The Strait of Hormuz, which is, I wrote it down somewhere. It is a narrow strategic waterway located in the Middle East connecting the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. It is a vital shipping route for oil and gas, particularly for countries in the Persian Gulf region. And so on the news, they were saying like that may be like Iran's retaliation against the United States. For striking their nuclear sites, their retaliation might be two things. It may come by way of attacking Americans that are in Iran. And so most times Americans that are in Iran, they're talking about bases, right? So they're talking about like our soldiers, right? And then the other thing is that they can stop, they can cut off this Strait of Hormuz. Or Hormuz. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. If whoever was in here talking about, hey, from Iran, maybe put like the phonetic spelling in the chat if you can. But they would cut it off, and if they cut it off, then that affects us gas prices. That means that the gas prices will probably go sky high. They'll probably go to like average in the country $5 a gallon. $5 a gallon for regular ass gas in the country. So that means where I'm at. That means gas gonna be like $9 a gallon. Cause let me tell you, I was rented. So where was I? So I drove from New York to Baltimore. So I rented a car in New York. I drove to Baltimore, and I was quite surprised. Even in New York, gas prices was $3 in the threes, $3.50, $3.70, got to Baltimore, $3.20, $3.43. Y'all, you know how much gas is here? Last weekend when I did my shows in San Francisco, thank you for everybody that came out to San Francisco. San Francisco was wild. Thank y'all so much for coming to San Francisco. That's the city. It wasn't Kansas City. That's the city I was in before. I drove up to San Francisco. Yo, gas was $6.50 a gallon. I filled my tank going. It was $100. And I gotta use the premium gas. It was $100 going, coming back. I said I could have got on the flight. I mean, I knew I could have got on the flight, but my records, I packed my vinyls in the car. That's why I drove up, right? Also, I just wanted, I just wanted some time to myself, some scenery, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, if gas prices go up in the country to average $5, then what's that going to cause? A recession. Going to cause a recession. And so those are the possible, that's what they're saying. I don't know. That's what they're saying. They're saying those are the possible retaliation. Who knows? But I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it, especially if I don't understand why it's happening. $4.99 a gallon in Oakland. Yo, I was looking for $4.99 when I was leaving San Francisco. Obviously, I was in San Francisco, and I think San Francisco is slightly higher than Oakland. I was looking. I think the cheapest I found was $5.89. $5.89 a gallon in San Francisco. LA, oh my God. Gas is so high. Brooklyn, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why. I just don't understand why. That's why I be so happy when I be renting cars in other places and the gas be $2.99. I be feeling like I'm balling out. I could go anywhere. I just be driving for no reason. I don't, because I do not like driving. But I was in Baltimore. I drove from Baltimore to New York. I drove from New York to Baltimore Thursday morning. It was traffic. So it took me probably like 4.5 hours to get to, maybe 5 hours even, because it was traffic, to get from New York to Baltimore. And I had a full tank. And I didn't have to, and I was in Baltimore Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I flew back to LA this morning, and I drove everywhere because I wasn't, the club is in Timonium. Magooby's is in Timonium, which is not in Baltimore. It's outside of Baltimore, probably like 15, 20 minutes outside of Baltimore. And so I was staying in Timonium, but every single thing I did, everywhere I ate, everything I did aside from the show was in Baltimore. So I'm just driving around. I never had to fill up. I only had to fill up once I returned the car to the airport. It still was, and then when I filled up, I think it cost me like $32. I wish. So, hopefully that does not happen. Hopefully, because apparently in the Strait of Hormuz, it controls like 20% of the world's oil distribution, like 20%, which don't sound like a lot, but apparently it can affect us heavily. That's all I got. Honestly, I feel like I did a really good job of breaking down. I feel like I did a really good job coming to y'all with, you know what I'm saying? I did a really good job. I guess my question was, do y'all think it was reasonable? It's like, no, nothing he's doing is reasonable, honestly. Nothing. That's like a trick question, right? The one thing that, and I hope it doesn't get to this, but the one thing that because I do remember when Israel has struck Iran, I do remember some sort of news story saying that Benjamin Netanyahu, I don't be saying his name right. He was encouraging sounds too positive, urging Iranian citizens to leave the region, because, for their safety. And so I'm not sure what it's, I don't know. I don't know enough. Let me shut up. I don't know enough. Like I think I said this on a podcast episode that I didn't air. I just started listening on audiobook to this book that my friend recommended called Son of Hamas. And listening to that book, it just make me, the more I listen, I'll be like, let me shut my ass up. We be doing a lot of talking. Let me shut my ass up. Say, what was that on my cup? Thank you, Shaneria K. Thank you, girl. Okay, before I go, I'm going to show y'all this Uber video, and then we're going to discuss it, and then we're going to get up out of here, okay? So just for a little bit of context, a video was posted online by a young woman in an Uber ride, and she is a young woman in an Uber ride. That's all you need to know.
Just like you're a grown man. No, you listen. Just
I'm gonna show y'all. Give me a second.
I'm not. I'm letting you know that me as the pastor to you and listen to me. You're not letting me speak.
No, I'm trying to.
No, it's right. No, I'm not. I'm letting you. The passenger, you should be able to follow the GPS because that's what I'm comfortable with. So if you know it, I understand that. But however,
this is for people who don't know where the hell they're going.
at the end of the day, I understand what you're saying. It's for people who don't know where they're going. But what I'm telling you is I'm your passenger, right? So if I'm not comfortable with it, I'm not complaining. I'm the same way. No, you're not about to pull over and leave me in the middle of nowhere. But why would you do that if all I'm doing is communicating with you? I'm not being rude or anything. Hold on 1 second, because I'm not a little girl. I'm a grown woman, just like you're a grown man. No, you listen, just hold on. I'm not. Listen to you and You're not letting me speak.
No, I'm trying to.
No, it's right. No, I'm not. I'm letting you know that me as a passenger, if I'm not comfortable with you not taking a
You're not
GPS,
comfortable with me because of my skin.
I'm the same color as you.
It don't matter.
Are you serious? I'm the same. I'm not racist, none of that. I'm a black woman just like you're a black man.
You don't trust
It don't have nothing to do with trusting you because of your skin color. It has everything trusting about me not being from here. That's what it has to do with. Yes.
Linda, listen. My name is Kevin. I'm a father, okay?
Listen, Kevin, I don't care about none of that.
Wait a minute.
No, because now I'm getting mad because you're disrespecting me. No, you're not going to do that because I'm not from here.
Why are you arguing with me?
I'm not arguing with you.
Why are you
I'm not arguing with you. You're not allowing me to speak, so now I'm getting aggressive because when I was being a calm person, when I was being calm, you are not respecting it because you think.
I mean, I hate this video. I'm be honest with y'all. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, so what y'all think about that? What y'all think? Who was being reasonable and unreasonable? So here's the thing, right? Because most of the comments on who posted this, this is like viral on like Instagram and TikTok and whatever, and most people are like siding with with the woman. And I'll be very honest with you, I do understand. Let me say up front, I believe that they are both unreasonable. I think that they are both unreasonable, and therefore I'm annoyed. And let me take it step by step. I truly understand when you get into an Uber or any car. It don't gotta be an Uber. It could be just a car service. If you get into a car with a stranger, whether they are someone that appears to be professional, whether they're somebody who appears to be like somebody you would not maybe associate with, maybe they appear different, whatever the case is. When you get into a car with a stranger and the GPS is saying one thing and they are going in a different direction for a myriad of reasons, right? Of different reasons, right? It could be because they think they know a better way. It could be like that's on a positive end, right? Like, oh, okay, no, GPS is telling me to do this, but I know that ain't, I drive in this city and I know GPS ain't. It's the same way I told y'all, I think I said a week ago, maybe this probably was on the air episode I didn't air. I think I said it to y'all, but I really didn't say it. You know how many times I get in my car, as soon as I get in, everything is synced, right? So it takes my calendar and it automatically, the moment I get in my car, the GPS starts to go wherever my calendar says that I have to go. So if my calendar says like, oh, I have a dentist appointment, it's as soon as I get in my car, I don't have to type it in. It's going to just automatically update my GPS to take me to the dentist's office, right? Now, sometimes the way the GPS is telling me to go, that ain't the way I'm trying to go. Because I drive in this city often and I know that that's not the best way. I know maybe sometimes it's telling me to go on sometimes GPS will tell you to go on a highway and it saves you 2 minutes, but it's like, I don't feel like getting on a highway. Because if I get stuck on a highway, I'm going to be stuck on a highway and the highway is actually a longer distance. So right now it's saving me 2 minutes, but I got 2 minutes. So I'm going to take the streets. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's that aspect of it, right? Now, we all have been, I believe, we've all been in like a Uber car or a taxi. Oh my God, this was like notorious in New York City, right? This was notorious before Ubers and stuff, where you would get in a taxi, you would get in in a livery car or a livery cab or a yellow taxi, and you tell them to take you to, whatever the cross streets are. And they taking a long way because it's based on a meter. So instead of taking a shorter route that will get you there faster and essentially make them less money, They driving you all around because they think you don't know the area. And so they basically kind of like scamming you for a few dollars, you know? So that's right. Right. And so I completely understand this woman. It don't even matter to me that it's added. I can have a certain level of empathy that she is a woman and that he is a man. But to me, it don't even matter. The gender does not matter. If you are a human being and you get in a car and the only thing that makes you feel comfortable is if they go the way that the app is telling them to go, if you need that for your own comfort, then I don't care if you're a man or a woman or they or them. I don't care. That's what you need. Then that, and so, she expresses that, right? She expresses that you are taking. Now, I do think I'm always very skeptical. I always have a hard time, not skeptical. I always have a hard time when a video starts in the middle of the altercation. Because I feel like that information, there's pertinent information before it started. And I understand that the reason sometimes why a video starts in the middle is because you're not thinking you need to record. You don't think you need to record. Whenever a video start at the very beginning, I'll be like, oh, this is fake. Because they knew to record. When the video start in the middle, I'll be like, oh, shit went left. And then people was like, oh, shoot, I got to record. Right? But the thing about it is that when you start recording, it's like, dang, we missed like the start of this. So I don't know if when she's saying you taking the wrong way, I don't know I don't know how her initial communication of that was. And I believe that matters. Again, I'm removing gender. I'm removing sex. I'm removing that. If I were an Uber driver and the driver was like, you taking away that the GPS don't say, I would then, I would be like, yes, because da. Versus somebody saying like, hey, the GPS is saying blah, 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 blah. I would feel much more comfortable if you took the way that the app is saying. Then I would be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just sometimes I say this all the time. Sometimes it ain't what you saying. It's the way you saying it. Because everybody got their own shit. That's the thing. You think your world is the world. Everybody got their own shit. You see, they attacked each other on stuff. She said, I'm not a little girl. Ain't no point that, I don't know. He never said she was a little girl. But something in her life made her feel like he trying to play me. He think he could do this because he think I'm a little girl. He think I'm younger than I am, so he trying to play me. He trying to do some shit that ain't right because he think I'm younger than what I am. And then later in the conversation, he says, you got a problem with me doing this because I'm black. So whatever has happened in his life, he think people be doing stuff. He think he getting the short end of the stick because he black. And then when she says, which I completely disagree with this. When she says, I'm the same color as you, so, and I'm not villainizing this girl at all, but so, sometimes I have to recorrect myself. Sometimes I do judge a book by the stereotypical cover. Sometimes I'm walking and I'm like, it happened yesterday. I did not see a person as I was not even yesterday. It was this morning. It was when I stopped to get gas. So it's 4:00 in the morning. It's dark outside. I'm in a part of Baltimore I'm unfamiliar with, right? And so I see the little boy come up behind me, and part of me is like, you know what I'm saying? He looked like one of them YNs that might do something. And then I had to like decide in the moment, am I going to be on defense? Am I going to treat this person like a stereotype and possibly protect myself? Or am I going to just see him as maybe somebody who needs a little bit of compassion? A YN right now that need a little bit of compassion because he's clearly a young man that's maybe living on the street. It's 4:00 in the morning. He don't got no car, but he at a gas station. And so now I have to decide what position I'm going to take. And then is that position going to help me or hurt me? And I'm sure that if he was a woman, I probably would not have thought that. I imagine that if he was still the same makeup that he is, but maybe dressed a little bit differently, maybe I would not have to. So it's like we all have these biases. We all have these biases. And sometimes we inflict the same prejudice on one another that has been imparted on us by white supremacy, sexism, racism, xenophobia, all of that shit. We still take part in it. So for her to say, I'm the same color as you, so? Now here's where I have the issue. Because here's the thing. As the driver, report his ass. Because he being unprofessional. The moment he's supposed to say, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know how it started. Maybe he said to her, maybe he said, listen, I'm from here and this it's going to take us. The way Uber is making us go, we're going to be in this car for 30 extra minutes. But I could cut through here and cut through here and cut through here. And I could get you there probably 15 minutes quicker. Now, if you're going to go off of what the app is saying, sometimes I've been in a ride share. It's funny because this don't even matter because we boycotting Uber now, right? But sometimes I be in a ride share. That's why I like Waymo. I know y'all was like, you getting in a Waymo? I could never be in a self-driving car. In a self-driving car, you don't got to deal with this. And this should be a Waymo commercial. Waymo should take this video. They should clip 15 seconds of this video and then at the end just put Waymo. But so he should have definitely said that, but I don't know. I don't know. There's times where I've been in an Uber and the GPS is saying one thing and the Uber driver opposite of him goes exactly according to the rideshare app, the Uber or Lyft app. And then I'd be like, no, could you take this way? I don't know why you're sending you that way. I don't know why. Sometimes the rideshare be sending you to the wrong address. It sends you to the back of the building. I don't know why I sent you there, but could you please go around and buy? And sometimes the drivers be like, this is where it's telling me to go. And then you got to do the opposite argument that she doing. I know GPS is telling you that way, but that's wrong. Because GPS is a robot and sometimes it is inaccurate. Sorry, y'all. It was my little brother called me. I got to call him back. But here's where I was annoyed. Yo, the moment you express discomfort and he said, so I'm gonna talk about a bigger thing. And this is, I think, where people are going to disagree with me. I hate a person that got a problem, and when somebody give you a solution, you don't want it. I hate it. Because I think sometimes people think solution means it's your way. I think sometimes people think solution means I gave you what you wanted. She said, I'm uncomfortable. He said, I could let you out. She said, I'm not getting out in the middle of nowhere. He said, I could let you out in a commercial area. I could let you out by the Best Buy, sis, by the Ulta Beauty. I could let you out by the supermarket. I could let you out. Why don't get out the car? Get out the car. Don't sit. You think I'm going to sit in a car with a stranger? And you could tell by the video. I don't know if y'all can tell by the video. It's daylight. It's daylight. Get out the car. I know you're not from there, but here's the thing. You're not from there, but your smartphone works because you're looking at the GPS. And every smartphone that got GPS will do a pin drop and tell you exactly where you are. Get the fuck out and call another rideshare. You sit here and argue with this man. Argue. And then he tries. He tries to humanize the situation. He tries. He says, what's your name? Now he know her name. He don't say, what's your name? He says, is your name Linda? Because he could see it in the app. Is your name Linda? She says, yes, my name is Linda. Then he says his name. He tries to humanize this. He tries to humanize. We talking over each other. We arguing. I gave you a solution. You ain't taking it. Yeah, I'm probably wrong in the way I've been. And you might be uncomfortable. And I think you're uncomfortable with me because I'm a black man. And I'm offended by it. And that's his own shit to deal with. But we arguing right now. So in order for me to kind of like get us back to neutral, is your name Linda? Okay, Linda, I'm so-and-so. I'm a father. That's his way of trying to, it's like, okay, so and now you say you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit that he know your name. You don't give a shit about his name. You don't give a shit that he a father. You don't give a shit. Girl, get out that car. Respectfully and with love, get out that car. Get out that car. He says it. I didn't play it in the video. He says, and please send a complaint to Uber. He says it. Please, when you get out the car, please complain. Please tell Uber all of this. Please. Girl, get out the car. First of all you had in the app. That's why I like Lyft. You know Lyft, if they veer off the directions, Lyft app says the driver is going a different way. Confirm your safety. You know it says that in Lyft. So if you right now trying to think like, oh dang, should I be in a Lyft or Uber? Now some places got Uber and they don't got Lyft. I understand that. But that's the Lyft. I don't know. Lyft seemed like it was it just seemed like it got more sensibility. Like Lyft seemed like it's still trying to give you a human experience. Uber just only care. It's a corporation. It only care about money. It only care about money. It don't really give a shit about nothing you saying or doing. LP Spider-Man, I know she is in an unknown location, sort of. She knows where she's at. She sort of. But he gave her she says that. And then he says, I can drop you in a commercial area. Do we all know what commercial area means? Commercial area means a place with businesses. A place with businesses. A place of business. It's daylight, and I'm gonna drop you in a place with businesses to help with you safely getting out this car and getting yourself into a more comfortable situation. Now, he ain't say it like that. He ain't say it in the tone that I'm using. Yeah, thank you. It just mean a busy area. She said he giving her a solution to every problem she got. Except the problem that she really have is she wanted to be heard and she wanted to be affirmed and she wanted to be acknowledged and apologized to. That's the thing that didn't happen. She wanted an apology. She wanted, you know what, sis, I'm so sorry. My apologies. I was blah. She wanted him to shut up. She wanted to be heard. And then she wanted to be apologized to. And then she wanted him to get back on the GPS. That's what she wanted. So as much as he was giving her a solution, he wasn't giving her what she wanted. So she couldn't hear the solution, in my opinion. But if that was me, I'd have got the fuck about that car. Unless we in a sundown town, unless we on the side of the road in Sinners and the sun about to go down, let me about this car. And I got all the video too. I've been having all the video. So I got it on camera. You went the way that I didn't want you to go. That is confirmed. It's not the way that says it in the app. This is all of my information when I contact the rideshare corporate offices with your information. But right now, I'm going to do that later. But right now, my priority is to get myself in comfort and safety. Thank you, Ms. V. So I was so annoyed by this video. I was so annoyed by this video. You want to know why my little sister would do something like this? She would call me from the Uber, and he not going the way he's supposed to go. And I would be like, wait a second. What you see around you? Your phone is working? How much battery you got on your phone? I mean, my battery is full. And I'm around like houses and stuff. Okay, put them on speaker. You said you're gonna drop her off at a commercial. Okay, so you're gonna drop her off at a grocery store? Is it like a chain that we know? Okay, get out the car. But I don't want to get out the car because I don't know where I'm at. You do know where you at. Look at your map. Go out the app and go to your Google Maps or your Apple Maps or whatever phone you want. Go to your maps. Go to your Waze and click on the pin drop. And it's gonna tell me where you at. Tell me blah, blah, blah. Okay, get out the car. We just gonna get you a new one. I think that's why I'm so annoyed by it, because sometimes we be so much in the fight. We be so much in the fight of it. They both, in my opinion, they both wrong. We could argue who more wrong. We could argue who should have had more or less sensibility. We could argue where it went left, but sometimes we be so in the fight. We be in a fight so much that we don't just like hold on a second. I'm fighting. I don't even need to fight. I don't need to say these slides go on 4 or 5 more slides. There's no way I'm sitting in a car. I'm not sitting in the car with a love interest fighting like that. I'm not sitting in the car with a stranger. I don't know what's in that man's life. That man might be like, you know what, fuck it. Now he done took us off the highway. Now he done veered us off the now we off the bridge. Now we in the river. Cause instead of getting out, I wanted to sit in the car and argue and prove my point. It's like, nah, I ain't trying to say he ain't wrong, sis. He wrong. He especially the other thing is, because I know when she say, I'm just like you, part of that is like, and so the fact that you not taking my safety and my comfort, the fact that you are not protecting that, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you, as a person, that it's like you want me to respect you as a black man, but you not respecting me. Like you not keeping me sacred. And then he say you complaining, and that's a trigger word for black women. She is in fact complaining, rightfully so. But then she's so mad, and it's such a trigger word. She like, I'm not complaining. It's like, sis, you're literally complaining. But that's okay, because you're supposed to. There's nothing wrong with complaining when something is wrong. That's the whole point of a complaint. A complaint is something is wrong, so I got to say what's wrong. That is literally the definition of a complaint. But because people gaslight, you know what I'm saying? This lady, this young woman probably been gaslit so many times that when somebody tell her she complaining, she like, I'm not complaining. Girl, you are complaining, but that's okay. You supposed to be complaining right now. Because he going a way that you don't want him to go. You supposed to complain. But she like, I'm not complaining, and I'm not a little ass girl. It's like, what we talking about, y'all? What we talking about? What are we talking about? Why are we still here? She could have ended the ride and had him pull over and sat in the car until another ride came if she wanted to. You know what I'm saying? She could have, you know, like, oh, let me stop. No, I don't want to seem like I'm villainizing her, but I was quite annoyed. I was a bit annoyed. I will be very honest. I was a bit annoyed. All right, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Again, thank you so much for tuning into this Weekend Live. Shout out to Shaneria K and Sadaka for moderating. And of course, Still I Rise for listening on her drive. Everybody else for tuning in. I will be in Tampa, Florida at the Funny Bone in Tampa this weekend, June 27th and June 28th. I will be in Tampa, Florida. And then my next dates after that are Jersey. I don't know where in Jersey, but July 11th and 12th, I will be in Jersey doing shows. So definitely go to my website, which is zainabjohnson.com. Get those tickets, ZAINAB Johnson. Get those tickets. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys Wednesday. It will not be a live episode. I'm not going live on Wednesdays no more. I know that was quick. I'm flip-flopping. I'm sorry. It will be a pre-recorded episode coming to you guys Wednesday morning. And so look out for that. Go ahead, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Shout out to everybody that rewatches this after the live is off. Thank you so much wherever you tuned in from in this world. Oh, and y'all know July 21st through the 26th, I will be in London. So if you're watching from, anywhere in London, make sure you get those tickets. July 21st through the 26th, I'll be in London. And then July 30th through August 24th, I will be in Edinburgh, Scotland at the Fringe Festival. So make sure you guys get those tickets. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And until I see you guys again, Stay reasonable. Bye.